Okay, on to lesson 3. Really? Oh well, fine. Then, this evening then. This evening. Matthew, keep an eye on the duck. Don't let it burn. Esau, your sense of smell is keen. You warn him when it should be turned. Is your head better, Mother? Not those dates. They're too dry. And more curds. Where are the onions? No meal is complete without onions. I'm sorry you're not feeling well, Mother. Don't bother yourself. You have more important things to do. Nothing is more important than your health, Mother. There are worse pains. Middle of the week, not even the Sabbath, and flesh roasting. A duck. For Father's guest, he thought. Father's guest? I'm ill. There are hammer blows on my head and nails in my heart. Nobody cares. I care. Let me call Salome. No, she's what needed. Everybody has things to do for your father's guest. I must be mad. Middle of the week, not even the Sabbath, and a duck roasting. But what could I do? He had a chicken in his own house. Later, a story then perhaps, or I'll carve you a doll to play with. Oh. Peace be with you, Joseph. Welcome to my house. Peace be with you, Joseph, and please forgive my mother's absence. She bids you enjoy the hospitality of this house, which she regrets she can't extend to you herself because she is. Peace be with you, Joseph. Enjoy the hospitality of the house of Joachim. Come. Esau has let the duck burn. How could you let him embarrass us this way? See to it. Well, sit down. Let's have some wine, eh? I'm sorry you were deprived of the chicken for your sister's birthday. Of no importance. Why, I smell delicious meat roasting from here. Oh, nothing. A duck only. A duck? And in the middle of the week. It was the least we could do for our honored guest. I hear the Romans are planning to raise our taxes again. I have heard it too. Herod needs more gold to adorn his cities. A man in my father's shop brought word that he has just put another of his own sons to death in Jerusalem. It's better to be Herod's pig than his son, for at least he makes the gestures of not eating pork. Still, we can be grateful it is not a civil war, and that Herod is no worse than the high priest Jannaeus. The less said of Jannaeus, the better. What can you say of a man who feasted with his concubines while 800 crucified prisoners had to watch their families being slaughtered even as they hung dying? I remember a crucifixion. It was after the Romans destroyed our village. My father had been able to get my mother and I away into the hills. And when we returned, I remember the smell of burned wood, the stain of blood on the walls and sills. I remember. They had captured a zealot, a poor young man who imagined himself to be the Messiah. They hung him on the cross, and he stayed there, it seemed like forever. pleading with them to take him down, screaming in his pain that he had been mistaken, that God would not have let this happen to his own son. Oh, why can't they talk of other things? Let us continue this discussion on the roof, where it is cooler. The men are going up under the stars. Bring the children to be fed. I say, what can one expect of Herod? I do mean, a circumcised Arab. He did restore the temple. He is a madman, insane, murdered his own wife, and drowned his nephew. Will the Romans ever replace him, I wonder? He can't last long. They say he's dying of some awful affliction. Good riddance. But there is only one hope for Judah, promised ruler, the Messiah. How long, O Lord, how long? And how will we know? A sign. The Lord will give us a sign. But speak of something else. Speak of youth and marriage. Look at him, Father. Look at his hands. How those beautiful rough hands. See how he behaved with the children. His manners, his gentleness. Oh, please, please, see what I see, hear what I hear. Love him as I love him, please. You misjudge him, Hannah. He has a very serious side. He is very concerned. All men are concerned. It's the fashion to be concerned. Let him be concerned about providing for a wife and children before he comes seeking our daughter in marriage. What about the loom? Did you fix it? The loom? Nobody mentioned it, and I forgot to ask. And how is Hannah? She's well and asked for you. You were wrong about her, mother. All she wants is her daughter's happiness. He comes from a poor household. It was a happy household. Are matters so changed at Joachim's that they are forced to cast nets now? They're good, humble people, as we are, who respect their daughter's wishes, as well Hannah should be. That dear child came late, and has been a blessing ever since. Mary will thank us one day, not if we give her to someone she hates and fears. Joseph loves her. He'll make her happy. She's young. She's given little thought to marrying, and if she has, certainly she'd prefer to do better than Joseph. Put her out of your heart, Joseph. For some reason they think awfully well of themselves, those people. They've set their sights high. As for me, I wouldn't care to compete with Reb Levi or Reb Saul in this matter. It will be humiliating. Choose someone else. I want no one else. She will have no one else. She loves Joseph so much she will have no other man. How do you know? She told me. Told you? I'm her mother. Jahveh, forgive me for bringing such strife into this house. Am I so poor a thing in the eyes of my parents, then? Do you think that Cleophas or Abner would make her a better husband? If we gave Mary to Cleophas, she would belong to his family, not ours. We would not be welcome in the house of Reb Levi. We would lose her. Take Leah, your cousin. Abner, then. He will become a priest and can take her to Jerusalem. Thought of that cold, thin-necked creature laying his skeletal hands on Mary. Except for the annual pilgrimages, we would never see her. We can have any man in Nazareth. Is it your pride or her happiness that drives you? I've saved the marriage portion of 50 dinars. Father, please, please, don't make me wait. Speak to Joachim. Mary, Mary, long before you and Joseph were one. The love you feel is not yours, but mine. No one shall separate you and not father, not mother, nor neighbor, nor friend. You are one.